Welcome back, everybody, to yet another short video of what's going on. I am your host, Jacob Carlson, and today in this short video, I just want to simply and briefly talk about a show called Ancient Aliens. Now, why in this particular case? Well, as far back as the year 2010, in this case, I was either 10 or 11 years old at the time during my summer break from elementary school, and since I could not afford to take care of myself at the time because I was still a kid, and we couldn't really also afford to have a babysitter at the time, my mother decided to take me with her during that summer break, with her to her work, which was basically working at a hotel somewhere in town. And while she was working her daily shift at the hotel, I would just be sitting in a room, just basically kicking back, taking it easy, and just watching some TV while having lunch as well. And when it wasn't me watching some cartoons on the side, I also ended up stumbling upon the History Channel as a result. And one of the shows that was on at the time happened to be Ancient Aliens. And the title of the show, rather than the premise, actually stuck with me so much, I decided to have a piece of paper on me and decided to write it down on a piece of paper to begin with. And it just stuck with me for at least a little bit until eventually I almost completely forgot about it for a few years later. And then uh, at, in the year 2013, we end up going to the store and in town, and we ended up finding a DVD copy of Ancient Aliens, and we decided right then and there just to collect it, to buy it right then and there. It took at least a couple episodes for me to actually get a hang of the premise overall. And what I've learned since then, in the nearly 15 years since I first discovered this show to begin with, was that the show essentially talks about a very controversial subject matter known as the ancient astronaut theory, put forth by a Swiss author named Eric von Daniken in a book called Chariots of the Gods, published back in 1968, over 50 plus years ago. And what the entire premise of what the author, the book, the theory, and the series on the History Channel talks about is that our ancestors were allegedly and supposedly visited by otherworldly beings from other planets literally thousands of years ago, and have periodically have been visiting our ancestors since then, and may or may not been uh, responsible for some historical events here and there. Maybe not all of them, but maybe some strategic ones as well. So basically, that was the whole premise that really did stick with me. And the whole foray into religion, mythology, history, and, and and basically everything else, from mythological accounts of fantastic beings from the skies to religious accounts of people in scripture actually describing angelic beings, or even modern day reports or even historical reports of strange phenomena in the sky, from UFOs to aliens to everything else in between. And despite the controversy and the skepticism that people have had about this show and this concept for decades at this point, I'm still not only a fan of this show, but this one premise is actually what got me started in the first place into actually researching history, researching mythology, researching religion, and researching everything about the unexplained mysteries of the world that we live in to this very day. Everything from the Bermuda Triangle to the Loch Ness Monster to Bigfoot to everything else. And it, and also reinforces my belief that it's not just U.S. history, it's not just world history, it's basically a history of everything else that you don't exactly learn in school or anywhere else to begin with. So it's not that technically the school's fault for not teaching you everything you need to know. It's that the school gives you exactly what you need so that you can keep on learning. That way you can keep learning even after graduating school altogether. So you we can have a hang up about school all we want about that, but at least I thank the school and I thank the teachers there for giving me what I needed to do that in the first place. But I will always also credit Ancient Aliens for kickstarting my 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 ongoing research to this very day into every facet of what makes our civilization what it is, what it was, what it is now, and what it conceivably could be in the near future. And that's pretty much it. If you haven't watched the show or been aware of it altogether, I recommend you read Chariots of the Gods for yourself and see what you think. I recommend you watch Ancient Aliens, at least one or two episodes from the first season back in 2010, because that's where I started, and hopefully you can start there too. Is it repetitive? Yes. Is it kind of ridiculous? Definitely. But ultimately, that's what got me started on my foray into mythology, religion, and history altogether. That's what got me started, despite how outrageous it might be. That's what got me started in the first place. This entire show, Ancient Aliens. And with that being said, hopefully you can find something to learn from it as well. We all have that one show that introduces us to the unexplained mysteries of the world around us, and Ancient Aliens was the one that introduced it to me personally. So, with that all being said, my name is Jacob Carlson, and this is currently what's been going on in my life for the past nearly 15 years now. And if you want, please tripping over my own words again. Please like the video, comment something you like or don't like, especially about this series or this concept altogether. Press the red subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a future upload on my YouTube channel anytime soon. Please share the video with all the people you know and love in life, on social media, wherever you get your information and entertainment these days. And I would always ask that you please take care of each other out there, be nice to one another, and as always, I will see you in the next couple of videos. Okay, take care of yourselves. Bye bye.